Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on a haul from a company called Shop Miss A. My friend Melita again came through with a really cool website where everything is pretty much $1, and I'll explain to you the items that aren't $1 and why they're not $1. There is a giveaway, of course. Use the hashtag in the comments section, hashtag Shop Miss A, and I will show you what is in the giveaway as we get along further in the video. I'm going to go through a few of the things that I purchased, and then after that we will get into the eyeshadows. My total order was $88. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Up first, I purchased this. This is the company A20 Studio, and they have a project called Paw Paw. And what this means is that this entire set was $10, and they are synthetic brushes. You get 10 brushes, hence the $10 price tag. They're all synthetic eye brushes, and I'm looking forward to using them. It was really important to me to grab these because 55 cents of every purchase goes to Paw Paw, which is Shop Miss A's charity to help animals. And so I thought that was really cool, and I wanted to purchase something that was like their most expensive, I guess, so that the most amount would go directly to the charity. I thought that was really cool. But it is $10. You get a free holder. This was free, but each brush is $1, and it comes in the set, and I thought that was really cool. I will leave a link down below if you're interested in anything to do with their Paw Paw line. I also purchased 2 of their Paw Paw Beauty Blender type sponges. This one I already opened. It is really soft, and I like the consistency of it. I have not used it yet, but it was $1.55, 55 cents. Again, it will go to Paw Paw. One of these sponges will be given away in the giveaway. Up next, I purchased these ALEXIS lashes. They are a 6-pack, and they were $5.80. So basically, each set of lashes is $1. This is not part of the Paw Paw charity, but I like the wispiness, and they're good for videos and quick on and off, so I will give these a go and see how I like them. They look pretty good, so we'll see. Also picked up a pair of these A20 Studio Caroline lashes, and the reason I purchased these is because I like a lot of volume and length at the end of my lashes, not so much towards the inner corner because I have hooded eyes. And I do use trio lashes, so I stack them up towards the outer corners of my eyes and kind of leave my natural lashes in the inner corner. So I'm going to give these a try. I think it might be a little easier to use this than putting so many little individual trio lashes. And as always, I will always update you guys in the description box, so check the description box and see how I've been liking these products. And then coconut is my absolute favorite scent, so I grabbed some hydrating facial masks that were $1 a piece, and also let you guys know how I've been liking these. Now to get into the fun part. I bought 5 of their palettes. Their palettes are $10 each. They come with 9 shadows and the magnetic palette. So that's why they're $10. They're $1 each for the shadow and $1 for the palette. Still not bad. You're getting 9 shadows and a palette for $10. This is how they come. The palette comes wrapped in cellophane, and the 9 shadows come individually in these boxes. I'm not going to open this because this is the one going in the giveaway. I like the shades. I thought it was very summery and would be suitable for all skin tones. Now, with that being said, this one is mine. And as you can see, there are 2 shades missing. And that is because they came broken. So I did email Shop Miss A. But I don't want to open the giveaway one because they do look fine, and I don't want to open it. I want to give it away, and hopefully it's fine because all the other palettes were just fine. So I'm going to give this away. I'm not going to open it. If there is any problem with this, that the giveaway winner gets it, just email me and I'll rectify it and send you a new one immediately. So if there's any issues, please let me know and I'll take care of it. But inside those boxes is a clamshell, and the shade just comes inside the box. And the shades are named on the box, and they also are named on the bottom, which is really cool because it's very helpful when duping videos and things like that. So I do like that. After opening all of these and using some of them, what I want to do is a video on dupes. What I'm going to do is find dupes for these in the high-end brands of the ones that these actually are dupes for, because as I was using them and opening them, I saw tons of dupes that Makeup Geek has, even ColourPop has. So I thought it'd be really cool to dupe the ones that I usually use to dupe other brands with. For instance, ColourPop is so affordable, and these are $1. So if these dupe ColourPop, that's even better to me. So let's get into the palettes, my thoughts, my swatches, and how they performed. So we're gonna get into the swatches of this one first. This is the I'm a Beach palette. I have nothing on my arm, and I only have it facing this way because of the mirror. There is no primer or anything like that on my arm. These are just straight up swatches. And this shade is called Reef. The next shade up is called Flamenco. Next one is a matte called Cozy. Next up we have Ruffle. And it's awful. Then we have Polished. And Smitten. Last row we have Limit. And I'm going to be really careful with these guys. This is Swoon. And Jungle. No, sorry. This is Jungle and this is Swoon. Sorry about that. Up next we have the palette Date Night. And this is what the palette looks like. The first shade up is Wonderland. Next we have Spicy. And Sultry. Again, it doesn't show up very well on my skin tone, and it's not that bad of a shade, but you do have to build it up a lot. Next up is Intuition. Buzz. And Fizz. This one impressed the hell out of me. This is Stranger. Perfect. And Enigma. And that's the Date Night palette. Next up we have the Foxy palette. This is what the Foxy palette looks like on the inside. And like I said, see the shade here reminds me of the shade in the Prism palette. So I want to go through this and do another video on these to see what they actually do. Okay, for the Foxy palette, we have Starlit, Rich, Midnight, next up we have Terracotta, Crown, Exotic, Allure, Sensation, and Adorbs. And there you have the Foxy palette. Next we have the Love Child palette. This is the palette that I used to do several looks on my eyes with. These were more in my wheelhouse. This is a brand new palette. The one that I used is up on my shelf. I didn't want to swatch a beaten up palette for the video, but wait till you see this palette. The first shade up is Worth. This one here is Lucid, and it's absolutely beautiful. The shift on it is gorgeous. And this is what made me think of doing a dupe video. This kind of reminded me of ColourPop's glass bowl that everyone raves about. That's always sold out. I do have it, so I'm gonna see. But it's gorgeous. I mean, the palette's $10, and I would pay $10 for this shade alone. But that's me. Next up is Twilight, and this is another one of my favorites in the palette. And it's just an ever so slight lilac shift. So pretty. And then for the mattes, we have Vintage, which looks horrible on my skin tone. This actually performed really nicely. So I'm just going to build that up so you can see the color. It's a soft terracotta peachy, great transition shade, especially next to the lilac. It looks beautiful. Then we have Moment and Element. The last row we have Cashmere, which is kind of like a satin matte. It has some glitter in it. It's kind of weird, but I like it. It has like a little sheen to it, and I don't mind that at all. Then we have Amour and Forbidden. And that is your Love Child palette. Okay, the last palette we have is the Wildflower palette. And this is your rosies and greens, and I think it's really, really a beautiful palette, and this will be really pretty in the fall. Okay, so the first one up we have Buff, Duchess, Prosecco, this is Gala, which the glitter in this is very chunky. I want you to see that. It's very chunky and creamy, and it feels very different from the other shades in all the other palettes. It's not a bad thing, it's beautiful and it glides on really smoothly. I just want you to be aware of it. Next we have Soul, Empower, this is Mossy. I will even build it up so you can see. This is Dust. And lastly, we have Socialite. And that is the Wildflower palette. Alright guys, let's get into some of my thoughts. Are they worth $10? Absolutely. There have been shades in each palette that stood out so much more than the rest that I would pay $10 for one of those shades. For instance, this one in the Wildflower palette is definitely worth $10 to me. I pay that for ABH, and I mean, Makeup Geek foils, they're that price, so I don't mind that. But would I prefer these over ColourPop? Even though that these are only $1, no, I wouldn't. The mattes are okay, but you will stand there for hours trying to build them up. Do they work? Yes. Do they rub away to? Do they blend away to nothing? No. But where your eye look would take you, say, 15 minutes, it's going to take you a half an hour easy. You have to work with them. You have to build them up. And after a while, when you're building and building, stuff starts to just muddy up. And if you have hooded eyes, it's going to transfer later on during the day. So are they good? I'm torn because I would pay $10 for one of these shades, and you get a palette with it too, which is kind of cool. But if you already have single shadows in your collection that are a little bit more pricey that you love, you're never going to reach these. Medium skin tone, so if you're fair, I think you'll have a better shot at this than I did. A lot of the shades in here really don't show up well on me at all, so it was kind of frustrating. I could really only get use out of like 4 or 5 shades. I did love the Love Child palette, so if you were going to get any, I would say get them. Those purples were beautiful. They showed up on my eyes. I love that palette, but I'm always going to keep it honest. Even though it's cheap and it's only $1, it doesn't mean it shouldn't perform. I have shades from the dollar store that are wonderful. So I don't look at something and go, oh, it's only $1, so it's okay. It's not okay. So with that being said, are they horrible, the worst ones I've ever used? No, definitely not. Do I recommend them? Not really. Just the specific ones that I showed you in the video. If you are fair skin toned and you do have these, let me know how they work for you. They probably get a little lost on my skin tone, whereas they might look very vibrant and beautiful on yours. I do suggest using the shimmers wet, using a base, and definitely using a glitter glue if you're using the shimmers, because they're going to move on you. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next one. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to enter the giveaway. Bye.